this woman's weekly comes out and it goes and it's bagging me as being just basically saying he's a wanker and he's been mean to one of the girls on the thing. I was never mean to anyone on the thing. I never even had an argument with anyone, I was like, never said a horrible thing to anyone. And then I'm watching, so the final show comes around with a shower and they show me going off. And I realised, and I was thinking, I never did that to anyone. And then I realised I'd had a Barney with the head producer of the show.
Oh,
because she was changing rules, and to me, you cannot change rules.
Yeah,
that's just you can't change rules midstream. And I went, so this is Julie Christie. I went off at her, and she's tough cookie, man. She deals with guys. She speaks to you like a guy, So we're having a full head-to-head Barney at each other, and the cameraman switched it on, recorded the whole thing, right? And so then they took the best parts where I wasn't swearing and used that to make out that I had an argument with this girl when she had a moment for something else.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah,
real creative editing.
I couldn't believe it. This is reality TV. But the thing that cracked me up the most about it? So you're sitting there, and you know how you have, like, an incident happens, and then you have people talking about the incident, right? In that incident, I have three completely different looks. All right? So I'm completely shaven at the first one, all right? Or in one of them. So that would have been right at the start of the show of the 16 days. And then the next one, I have a full beard. And then the next one, I have a moustache.
So if you didn't pick that on the edit, you're
a bloody moron if you haven't picked that up.
You'd be raging.
But it used to sell. That stuff would sell, and then
still does.
But I enjoyed that show. I mean, what a lot of people wouldn't know is, like, I remember we weren't meant to be together, but everyone sort of went stuff it, and we would light a bonfire every night. I would kind of keep it going during the day on the beach, and everybody would come in, there was Charlotte Dawson, Lana, the girls all would come over, and then it'll be all our guys, and we'd all sit around the fire. And the conversations were amazing because, it was pitch black at 6 o'clock, and so you'd hang around till maybe 9 o'clock, and then you'd all go to bed basically because there was nothing else to do. But you'd have these conversations, and Simon is quite a religious man. So we had these amazing conversations about religion, and because everyone had from different walks of life, Maz Quinn, surfer, and
successful people from different walks of life.
Yeah. And so there was all these different views, and then I loved Charlotte Dawson. What an amazing woman, and so just so disappointing to see her pass the way she passed. And sorry for her. So got to know everybody really, but every show or every day there'd be one person would disappear out of the group, so the group would get smaller and smaller and smaller. It's quite a unique thing. But then I got roped into doing the second one, which was the Superstars, where the winner gets to take all, and you got to keep the prize winning, and wow, that was a different dynamic. That was, because I kept saying to Julie, I'm not doing it, 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 not doing it. And she finally twisted my arm enough, and I did it. And oh my goodness, it was evil. It was evil.
Yeah.
Because the money was for real. The backstabbing was for real.
Yeah, really.
All the shit was going on. But the funny thing is, we weren't meant to hang out, but my mate, Brent Todd, was in the other team. Yeah. And we used to walk down the beach in the evening, and I'd sit there and I'd just go and just tell him all the bullshit that was going on in our camp, and he'd tell me all the bullshit that was going on in his camp, and we would piss ourselves. Yeah. But it would also set us up for not having to deal with the shit the next day.
And you won it, right? You're the only person that's won back-to-back.
Yeah. I guess that's true.
Did your competitive instincts kick in? Like when you eventually get roped back into it, you're like, if I'm coming, I'm gonna win it.
Yeah. I can't help it. There's a scene with where Brent Todd and Coxie have a like they compete, and like the TV never showed it. Like it was amazing because we hadn't been getting food, right? There was no food really. I remember I think I hadn't eaten for about 3 days, and we won a steak, and so we went and got breadfruit out of the trees, and we made this massive stew out of it. And like, I hate shit like that, mate. I was damn it. Put mango in it, and everything. It was amazing. It was amazing. And of course fed it to everybody. And but he hadn't had any food, and they didn't really show it on the television. But he actually lost the plot. He just couldn't. He couldn't. Like in my brain, I'm just going, dude, you just need to walk out to the water and move some bricks. But he kept trying to pull it with a rope, and you've got no purchase in the water to do that. Yeah. He's trying to swim with it. Yeah. He actually just needed to walk it out. Yeah. But he couldn't. His brain didn't work. Yeah. And that was another it just made me think, wow, you can see why people blow it when they blow it without having any food for ages. So. Mind you, Toddy was a beast that day. I just remember him. He had nothing, and Cooksey had all these tools and everything. He just loaded his t-shirt up with all these bricks and just walked out underwater. Yeah, like 100 meters out underwater with all this shit. Yeah, I just went, what? No one expected it. Just a beast of a man.
Yeah. It's a mental game, the fasting or not eating, going without food for a long time. Me and Shay did a 72-hour fast a few months ago.
January.
The big guy worked out every day. Hey, got into that mental space of
I was going to go 96.
He just accepted that he wasn't going to eat and went with it. So anyway,
I'll go good on Celebrity Treasure Island.
Yeah, maybe.
Next one, Julie, if you're watching.